you want to go on a safari, but you're thinking, can I do a self-drive safari? Hello, good morning. So, welcome back. Today, I am here because I'm getting so many questions about, Sinja, is it possible to do a self-drive safari in Kenya? And is it recommended? So, well, I'm right now here in Tsavo East, with a beautiful car. And no, I'm not doing a self-drive myself, but I have been preparing this safari, in a way as I would be doing an actual self-drive safari. So I've been doing all the preparations myself. Okay, of course, you guys who know me, I'm a travel agent, I'm a travel consultant, but still I've been pretending I would be a tourist. What do I get? What do I have to prepare? Is it even possible? Where do I get a car? How difficult is it? Which rules do I have to consider when I take a self-drive safari? And yeah, what is about the driver? What is about the guide? How do I get the same experience? Which lodge do I stay? Where do I get fuel? How do I navigate myself from one place to the other? There were like a million questions in my mind, and I was like freaking out and I was like, okay, go slow, try to start everything, organize everything as you would go on a self-drive safari right now. So before I get into that and explain you everything what is necessary to know about a self-drive safari in Kenya, I'm pretty sure you have like another 1 million questions. And you also wonder like which documents you need to get to Kenya. And yeah, so what I did is I created a free Kenya travel checklist for you. So everything from A to Z, even from 6 months before you come here, everything is there. Even if you need a vaccination, your bank, credit card, anything you have to consider. So if this is something you might be interested in, find it down in the link in the description. It's for free. But let's get started. So the biggest thing, as I said, was actually on how to get a car. So I was wondering, okay, first of all, what are the requirements? And I chose Tsavo as example because Tsavo is one of the places where you can do a game drive the easiest. I would not recommend at all to do a game drive, for example, in Masai Mara. It's just too difficult. The roads there are like you will get lost. Masai Mara, to find the animals, to spot them there is not that easy at all. So I thought, let me take you slow. We start with Tsavo, and if we can manage here, we can go to another park. So what I did to get a car is I went to a Facebook group. It's called Diani WhatsApp group. Of course, there are so many other Kenya travel groups, but most people actually, they travel to Tsavo from Diani because Tsavo is just like 3 hours away from the Kenyan coast. So I went there and I typed like, okay, I need a car for safari. What do you guys have? Like, where can I get a car? And yes, well, you can get a car like this, like the one I'm in right now, easily. But the problem was, after like only 10-15 minutes, I already had like 20-30 requests of people. I have a car, I have a Land Cruiser. What do you need? Do you need it with or without driver? And then no one actually told me an exact price. It was more like I have to call them and request. And then I was like, okay, I'm already too lazy and too confused. I mean, who do you trust if you have so many requests? These are not companies who are answering there. I mean, there might be some companies and agents as well, but majority of the people, they were like individuals, they have their own cars. So how do I know this car is even in a good, like in a good place, in a good situation? So I thought, okay, this is done. I asked my friends and my agencies, and a car, if you get a car like a safari one, you pay around $150 per day. But this one now would include a driver, the fuel, the allowance for the driver, everything. So if you get a Land Cruiser like this, you might pay around $250 per day. Yes. So this is for the car. Whoop, let me get in. So I said, it is too risky to just trust any individual and hire a car, because what in case of a breakdown? What happens? And also myself, I thought I do not trust myself to drive such a big car, because you need a four-wheel. You cannot come with a five-seater. The cars, they are bumpy. The roads are not tarmac. You need a big car like this. So I thought, okay, I give you the guys the information, but myself, no, and I'm traveling with my baby as well. I'm going to get a driver. So we just get the car and the driver together. So the next things you have to do and consider while organizing a self-drive safari, of course, is where you're going to sleep, where are you going to stay, and what is the best hotel. Of course, this one depends of every park. But now, for Tsavo, where I am right now, what I did is I made actually a video for you where I've been going around and testing all the hotels in Tsavo East and West, which are worth it, and made a video about it, because it's not only about what is the best hotel or lodge, how does it look like, it's about where you can have the best viewing. Like in Tsavo here, it's so incredible. You can just sit down, have lunch, dinner or breakfast, and elephants are coming, zebras are coming, antelopes are coming. You don't even have to go for a game drive, they are there. But which one is the best place for you? Where can you have the best spotting by literally doing nothing, just sitting? So check out this video where I'm explaining and showing you around and share with you all the hotels in Tsavo. So you can actually book your hotel by yourself in booking.com, or you take an agency, because usually agents, they have better rates. And if you have any questions about bookings, you know, or majority of you guys know, I'm an agent, I'm a travel consultant, so I can help you to create the whole safari. So now, of course, you need more than just a car and a hotel. What else do you need? So in Kenya, on safari, most of the worries my clients have, and also I had when budgeting this trip, is like, okay, which other costs are coming? And definitely, for sure, you have to know that in Kenya, we are paying a park entrance fee to the government. And this park entrance fee for Tsavo, right now, it's around $32 for non-residents to enter per day. It's very cheap. Usually, it's around $60. So only because of COVID, they have reduced the rates. So from January next year, I'm 100% sure it will go up to $60 or maybe even go up to $70. And then the question is, do you have any other costs? And now, if you drive and organize it by yourself, there might be like hidden costs, like you have to pay for the car if you come with your own car. Even the car, when it enters, needs to be paid. Then you need to have food on the way. I mean, you can book your hotels with full board so that you don't have to worry about any food. But now, the problem I see, and a lot of my clients fear, that's why they at the end of the day choose to do an organized safari, is what in case of a breakdown? Who is going to pay that cost of, now you have to call someone who transports you out of the park. So there's a lot of things involved, and clients then at the end of the day just say, okay, Sinja, let me do whatever. Let me just go with the organized tour. At least have a driver which you can trust, which is registered by a tour company, so that in case of anything, the car has an insurance and it's taken care of. So in case of anything happens, you will be rescued, you will be saved. Like there's nothing like you can be stuck somewhere inside the park and then you don't know who to call or where to go. Because also the other thing is, there's no real network there. Like at the beginning in Tsavo, we tried yesterday going from one lodge to the other lodge, just using internet. You will get a map when you enter the park. I mean, you can request for a map and buy a map yourself, or you can work with the Google Maps. But if there's no internet, it will not find the routes. So how do you know where you are? How do you know where you're going from A to B? Of course, there are some, on the way, there are some signs, like they show you, this is the lodge, this is the lodge. Like on every junction, they guide you. But if you're not really familiar with where the next lodge is and what is after the next lodge, you can get lost quite easily. And then the thing is, in case of a breakdown or anything happens with an animal, of course, it usually does not happen. But just in case, how do you call, even if you get the emergency hotline number of the security guys and the rangers, how do you call someone if you don't have a Kenyan line or if you don't have internet or not even network at all? So I don't know. For me, that would be too risky. Then additionally, you have to know the park regulations. So you cannot just come and do your own thing. You have to follow the rules. Like for Tsavo, for example, you can only have a game drive from 6 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. And you actually can have a night game drive. But this one has to be arranged in advance, and your car need to be prepared with some spotters, which you have to buy your own, and you need to pay an extra park fee at the night, plus 2 rangers who can accompany you, because you're not allowed to go there. Even if you have a guide, nope. KWS has to send you rangers as well. And then there are some other rules in the park you have to consider, and you have to be aware of them while you are a driver. For example, like you are not allowed to drive faster than 40 kilometers per hour. You are not allowed to go off-road, which means you have to follow the roads. If you're off-road and a ranger spots you, there's a, a high fine you have to pay for that. Because yeah, you have to protect the animals, and there are no drones allowed, no smoking, no noisy music, and all these things. So there are so many things you have to learn before you are allowed to actually do a game drive. And then even if you say, okay, Sinja, I can manage, I can do all these things myself. Okay, yes, you can. But now, when I thought about it, like, what is about the experience? How do you know where the animals are? And even if you find the animals, now safari for me is all about learning something new, learning more, exploring about the animals, the wildlife here. Because for me, the best safaris happen when you have a really good guide. Like our driver guide is one of the best. I love him so much. Like we got recommended that he's one of the best guides in the coast to go with on safari in Tsavo. And he has so much knowledge. So it's so fun to go on safari because there's someone showing you, okay, teaching you about the antelopes, different types, about the elephants, their behavior, and you can go early in the mornings, you spot the lions. So if you are alone, I'm afraid you will miss all that out. Yeah, and then there's another thing, because that one I found for a very good option for people who want to arrange their own self-drive safari, but maybe you don't have a lot of money, because as you know, hiring a car, paying entrance fee, the hotel, it might end up on a very high cost. So as I told you guys right now here, you can see I'm staying at Voi Wildlife, and they actually told me that you can come just for a day trip. Like you don't have to enter the park, because Voi Wildlife Lodge is not inside the park. But you do not know, because the fence there, it's so close, like you don't even really see or realize that you're not inside the park. The animals, antelopes, zebras, giraffes, buffaloes, even they have a hippo. They come super closely to you. So you can just chill there, have lunch, and watch the animals. I found that one is mind-blowing. So if you are a low-budget traveler, here's the trick. You can come just from Mombasa, from Diani, or even from Nairobi. You take a matatu, a bus, or any public transport to Voi. Then from Voi, you take another public transport or a bike or a taxi just here to Voi Wildlife Lodge. It's just like 5 kilometers far away. And then from there, you're good to go. You just chill out here. They have 2 pools. You can chill out here the whole day. You get awesome food. You have the viewing of the animals, and you have a very low budget safari with a nice experience. So guys, I have a quick add-on, because I promised you I'm going to help you on how you can plan your self-drive safari in Kenya. I am still here in Tsavo East, but this one here where I am, so beautiful. It is a private sanctuary inside Tsavo East. So, okay, I'm still telling you that I would not recommend at all to do any game drives yourself. Also, the driver told us on the way, like we were coming from Tsavo West. Some of the places, there's just you. So if you break down there, what will you do? There's no network, you can't literally call anyone. And for someone to find you there, if you're not a mechanic or you don't know how to fix this, and then as well, you should not even get out of the car because lions are around. So yeah, for me personally, a self-drive game drive would be too much. But there are other options. Like here, for example, this beautiful hotel. this beautiful lodge it can pick you, for example, from Voi. So you can have your own transfer, or from the SGR, they pick you up. You can book yourself the hotel here, just a room, and then they can organize game drives for you. So they have their own vehicles. So I think this is the way better option on how you can organize a self-drive safari in Kenya. But driving on your own, as I said, I think is a little bit risky. And also so that you can enjoy, like, having a guide who can teach you all about the animals, and also you don't have to stress out about ways, because in Tsavo, east and west, you can get lost anywhere. It's like, how do you know where to go, like, or how to get back, even if you follow the roads or try to follow the signs? Yeah, it can be complicated, and I believe you come here to have a wonderful experience. So let the guides, the professionals, do this work for you, take you around, but you can book it yourself and enjoy and be so super close to the animals, even just from your hotel room. Because what I believe in Tsavo especially, we have so many lodges. You don't even have to go on a game drive. Like, for example, Voi Wildlife Lodge is one of my favorite lodges where you can just sit down and watch the animals. Like, the way the elephants have come close to while you just eat it can blow you away. And it's similar to here. There are so many zebras, so many antelopes. I have not seen them so close to any lodge. Actually, my whole traveling time in Kenya. Okay guys, if you like such kind of videos, give that video a like, share it with your friends. And yeah, if you need more information about traveling in Kenya, about safaris or anything, you know where to find me. Hit me up on my social media, especially on Instagram, @travelwithsinja. And yeah, I see you for my next video.